Okay, welcome back to more Vampire Survivors. So, before we get into the actual stuff going on here, um, there is one thing that I wanted to do, and that was to get some of the Darkanas that we had unlocked. Unfortunately, a lot of them are characters that we've played in the past, but I don't want to bore you guys with going back through those and just kind of doesn't really fit with how I'm doing this series. So, this first one that we're looking at is Space Guy. You need to get him with a negative 85% cooldown, which we did over there. The way to do that is by taking the 20 Arcana as well as the cooldown reduction. I believe this should be all we need in order to unlock this new Arcana. So, let's go ahead and quit. Yep. End a run with a cooldown bonus of negative 85% with Space Dude. So, I'm going to go ahead and kind of go through a couple of those just to get a few things unlocked. I won't do anything else in terms of like unlocking various things, but all right, I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so we are getting another Darkana here, as basically Santa. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, I think that's all we needed to actually do, was to just trigger that attack. So I guess let's just get a tracked orb and quit. There we go. Hail from the future. So we now have a couple of Darkanas. I believe 3. So there's a couple that we won't be able to get right now because we need certain characters, specifically these two, and I think Torino. So that might be something we start doing, is kind of interspersing the Castlevania stuff with some of the Darkana hunting. So, but for now, let's go ahead and get to the main event, Sypha. Alright, so as always, these parts are very segmented. Obviously, I do a couple things. I'm doing a couple things beforehand just to make sure that we can get unlocks on stuff that we've already kind of done for the series. But you don't really need to watch those episodes unless you actually want to see the character played. So let's go ahead, head back down to Ode to Castlevania. Alright. I think, yeah, we can have Hyper on. We're not going to do Inverse right now just because we're still exploring the full castle. But we'll have Arcanas on. So I want Sypha to be basically a full magic run. I think that's kind of how I want to do this. Gemini, I think, is what we're going to go with as our first one. Sypha is already very quick. So, Sypha is the final member of the Castlevania 3 gang. In the game, and actually in the show as well, she's originally portrayed to be a male, or a man. Probably because it's safer or something. I think the reason in the show is it's safer to travel as if you're a boy during those times, which, you know, fair. So the only particular weapon that we are searching, we're going to have to kind of search for here, is the fire book. I'm blanking on the name at the moment, but... Man, you have to go really far up. One of these runs, I just want to, like, trigger all of the bosses and see how many of them we can get to follow us. I don't think we're going to do that for this one, though. Let's re-roll and see if we can get what we are looking for. I guess let's take the Armadillo, because we will want that anyways, and I need to see what is required for some of these evolutions, because I don't remember them all offhand, and for some reason they don't list them here. Okay, so we need Spellbinder for Frostfang, so we might as well pick that up. It's gonna be difficult and not give us what we're looking for, isn't it? Okay. We do want to take that Vibhuti Whip or whatever. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing them at some point, but we can't do that right now. Yes, let's take Brazier, because we're going to need it. Yep, Ice Fang works. Problem is, this guy is kind of always above us or below us. There we go. Okay, that gives us the Rock Riot. What do we got? Spellbinder. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way into the main part of the map. I think we're going to go after that top skull. Not the one right above us, but the other one. Okay. Where are we? We're at the horse one. I'm kind of curious if they, with the portals, if they made it like that just to harken back to Symphony of the Night, because essentially the way that it worked in Symphony of the Night is that you would press up, Alucard would do a little jump into the portal. I'm assuming that's kind of like what they were trying to do with these portals, where you have to kind of go up and then back down to actually trigger it. Doesn't this look like a hallway, or a trick hallway? Let's take armor, because I know that is one that we'll want. It was interesting to see the ice shades up here, because usually those are like in the cavern areas. Generally, not always, but... We might want to be careful. I don't know how squishy Sypha actually is. I know in Castlevania 3 she's pretty squishy. Not like super squishy, but she definitely can't take as many hits as Richter could. Oh, come on. You can't go behind that. So I don't know for sure, but I think this thing dropped book last time, and I assume that's how we get the particular spell tome. Another particular spell tome. We are still looking for the fire one, which is not great. I would like to have found it by now. Yeah, let's just take this. Gives us a free book. We do still need the stone mask in order to evolve the rock riot, though. There we go. Kermit bubbles. Fire slow-moving damaging zones. Let's see. Is that the one for the armor? Yes, it is. Okay. So I did guess correctly. Good. Okay. So let's go ahead and make our way back over to the portal, and we'll go and grab our free Gale source attack. Dodge and weave, Sypha. Dodge and weave. Yeah, Sypha definitely doesn't feel quite as bulky as some of the others. And, you know, that's fair. She's a mage. I get it. Alright, let's go one more? Looks like there's some interesting stuff actually in this hallway, but I do kind of want to grab the... No. Yeah, let's take this way. Well, let's make sure that we're actually going the right way. Yeah, this should be fine. Dude, imagine if there was a evolution for getting all of the books. Like, I know it wouldn't be easy, but it could definitely be done, I'm sure. Let's go this way. Guys, can you stop spawning right in the middle of the path? I'd greatly appreciate that. Okay. My only fear here with any of these things is that they're going to kind of get in the way of our book or our mage run here. So I'm probably going to avoid them, especially since I don't know what they do. And we'll save them for somebody else who... who can have something different to do. Reroll and see what we can get. I guess Spellbinder is fine. I mainly just don't want to take something just in case we need it for some other book. And obviously I don't want to take a weapon because I want to do the mage only. Ow. Ow. Damn, this guy really needs to go away. What do we got? Ooh, nice. Man, how are we taking so much damage? I didn't think I was even in an area where I was getting hit. You... Man. Hey, there we go. Raging Fire. What? Stop that. Thank you. Okay. Raging Fire, I'm trying to remember offhand what we need for that. I suppose we can check. Spinach, okay. Yeah, we're a little ways from that. Ooh, jerk. Let's grab that extra Gale Force. Okay, looks like we're not going to be able to... Let's see if we can level up that Spellbinder one more time. Or, you know, not. Okay, there's Spinach. Cool. We're just missing the Stone Mask, and we should have all of our books covered at the moment. Gotta love when there's so much on the screen, it's hard to tell what's going on. Ow. Stupid harpies. Okay. The problem is that I don't know if these items are if they're weapons or if they're passives. If they're passives, then that kind of screws with us. But if they're weapons, then we could probably take them and be fine. Ah, there's the stone mask. Okay, cool. We got everybody covered at this point. Ow. Okay, what do we got? Got Darkana here. I don't think that's helpful to us, though. Sapphire Mist. All weapons have a chance to fire twice instead of once when activated. The effect is further augmented by listed active. Oh, okay. That is kind of tempting. This one's also tempting, but we haven't found everything, so I don't really want to use that. Because otherwise that kind of defeats the purpose. Heart of Fire probably wouldn't be too bad. Honestly, yeah, let's go Sapphire Mist. It seems like that is purely for everything, and then the listed items are just augmented. It's just better for those ones. So that's perfectly fine with me. In a run where we are relying a lot on our magic, then it probably makes some sense to like lean into it. I am still very much hurting for health right now. Can I please, I would just like some chicken, sir. May I have some more? This sounds really loud in my ears. Okay, as much as I would like to save this chest, it doesn't seem like it's going to give me the Spellbinder like how I want. As per usual, the game sees that I want. It knows that I want to evolve something, so it's going to hold that last one from me for a while. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll a couple times and see if we can get it. Thank you. Alright. There we go. Ice Fang is now evolved to, whatever the name is. Alright. It's so good. What did you get off? Yeah, I probably shouldn't just be running into enemies like this. I know. I'm not playing correctly. Or I'm playing the way they don't intend for, but... the way that I want to play is just run into enemies. That guy's gonna trigger, isn't he? If I get anywhere close to that thing. Yep, cool. those things so much. Honestly, the thing I don't like is the fact that they just show up even if you don't pick up the thing. That feels not right to me. It's never sat well with me. Alright. Get away from me. Shoot. Can we find some food, please? I am quite hungry. We're about to die. Oh, jeez. Like, I think I still have one revive left, but I'd rather not. Ooh, ooh. Alright, can I get a couple more, please? Thank you. Let's re-roll that. Let's go with Clover, because I think something can take it. Unfortunately, it's going to kind of keep giving me stuff. So I'm just going to kind of banish a few things as we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's grab that before you get in the way. Or, guys, come on. Excuse me, I need to get through here. Let's go ahead, grab you. We're probably about as far. Let's go Razor, that's fine. Okay, I feel a little better now that our health isn't nearly as low. It was definitely a close call, though. I see meat, so... Hey, nice. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else to evolve. That makes me sad. I'm not gonna bother with the bat, because I kind of want to keep things moving here. There's already going to probably be a longer part because of just how much shenanigans have been happening. Just absolutely eviscerate anything that goes into it, besides the figure, the guardian guy, or whatever he's called. Oh, now let's go and see if we can take out this guy. Oh shoot, it's up in the next hallway. Whoops. No, that's all the way out there. Never mind. Sorry. Excuse me. Trying to get through here. Pardon me. Belnades coming through. Should probably be saving these so that we can actually get things evolved, but oh well. Is there some meat close by? Yes, there is. Guys, stop getting stuck on the pillars. Come on, oh. Okay, I think the Guardian guy finally got taken out. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where the egg ended up. Man. This is the one problem with this. Okay, so we are looking for... Let's get Duplicator, because that just sounds helpful, given that most of our attacks are projectile-based. Alright, can you guys, like, get out of the way, please? The problem with these narrow hallways is, unless you're immediately taking out enemies, you end up just kind of running into them by accident. Because they're just blocking your way. Okay. Oh, what the? Move! Jeez. I guess this is technically a wall, not a hallway, even though it kind of looks like carpeting. Sure, game. Let's go with that. Alright. Come here, creature. This looks nothing like the creature from Castlevania 1. I'm guessing it's based off of a different version of the creature, to be fair. Oh, man. Kermit Bubbles, please. Man, we are just... Cool! Thanks, game. Okay, where... I don't know if I missed this guy originally, or what. Oh my... Dude! What the heck? Okay, well, that's Sypha. I don't know why every mage I pick ends up being so squishy, but man. I just kind of got stuck there. I literally could not get out. So, alright, well, that's gonna be it for that run. So, I guess in the next part, I think we might go back and knock out probably this guy, Ziapunta, I think. He has at least one darkana tied to him, so it will be something different. And then we'll kind of probably keep switching back and forth between characters. It's probably going to get a little more confusing because I have to keep going up and down, but anything for you guys, right? So, all right. I'll see you guys in the next part, and thanks for watching.